How many paintbrushes can I fit in my ass?
Nine.
How you feeling?
Where's Owen
know,
Adams at now?
I was thinking about something yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear about it?
Yes.
You know,
Actually, wait. Now go ahead. No, go ahead.
no. If it was that important to interrupt me, it must be really important.
It's not that important, no.
Okay. So I was thinking yesterday, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I think that we need to stop building things. You know? I think it's enough.
As in infrastructure?
No, just any like construction, anything. I think we're good. Like let me throw you an example. I was driving home yesterday, and I was on a phone call, so I was like, "Oh, I'll take the long way home." So I go around kind of the back road entering my neighborhood. Whole road's closed off. Completely closed. Like not even like minor construction. The whole thing is just shut down and barricaded like inaccessible. So and within the almost 10 years of me living here, that road has not once been worked on. It works perfectly fine. So I think that it's enough. I think we've built enough things. I don't think we need any more buildings. I've never once driven around town and thought, I don't think I have enough here. I'm just content, like it's really truly enough,
I'm really concerned with, especially in the area that we live in, there's a lot of buildings that are just there. You know what I mean? There's nothing in them. Like across the street from your neighborhood, what the fuck is in there? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Rob
building?
Deerdeck's fucking fantasy factory over there. The fucking factory's over.
Oh, you mean Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah,
there?
What the fuck they got going on in there?
Yeah, it's like they're building Arkham.
They're gonna hide fucking. There's either El Chapo or a fucking piss missile in there.
ICE is putting all the immigrants in there.
They could.
I'm probably not too far off.
Have you seen that?
They're like hospitals and schools now, I guess.
Have you seen the ice cream truck? No, it's a real. It's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing.
The
I saw
ice cream truck.
I saw a woman taking a video like this, and she's like, "Oh my lord, that is an ice truck," and it just has the fucking.
That guy comes in with like a little hat on and everything.
What if they like grab different other immigrants to lure in the other immigrants? So like,
like coyotes do, or
Yeah, and
they
it's
lure in little dogs into the
and
woods.
like, it's some dude in the fucking ice cream fucking truck, like, "Hey, you want Spider-Man, SpongeBob?"
Oh my!
Hey, mijo.
But they still give them the ice cream. I'm really worried for Owen right now.
They are ending birthright citizenship. That is a real thing Trump is doing. He's doing it, and it's been done, and it's getting done. So, check up on your.
It's been done. It's getting done.
Check up on
get done.
Check up on your friendly neighborhood Mexican.
Yeah. Call Owen. Make sure he's okay. I haven't called him in a little bit. So someone get on that. Someone get on making sure Owen's okay.
Owen went to Arkansas.
Yeah, it's the epicenter.
Bro, I don't know if they're
here.
I'm not I'm not trying to be racist or anything, or like, I don't know, but Arkansas don't seem like the place for him.
Arkansas probably still has sundown towns,
But then he goes, "Oh yeah, it's a great place, great city." Well, for what, bro? Corn and fucking livestock? I'm sure it's a great place to live if you're a fucking cow.
Every man,
and not a fat person, but like an actual cow. Who?
Every man who lives there probably looks, smells, and speaks like Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson looked like the father that fucked
The devil.
Billy.
He looks like the
He
devil.
looked like
He's
your
a scary
grandpa that
human.
used to beat you when he was drunk and angry at his
He
grandma.
looks like the kind of guy that, like, when you're a kid and like your mom gets a little road rage with a guy,
He looked
and he
like
pulls up next door and starts screaming slurs.
he looked like a guy that if him and a woman were in the elevator going down to a parking garage, she would sprint out of there and walk very fast.
Yeah, like remember when who was beating up on Jay-Z in the elevator?
Or he beat up Beyonce, right?
No, I thought it was Beyonce's sister, right? Was beating up on him.
I didn't know. I
Mel Gibson
misunderstood.
would fight back.
Bro, Mel Gibson would beat Buddy up. He'd punt Buddy.
Fuck, buddy.
I did have that scenario happen to me though. I was in the elevator earlier today at my dad's apartment, and my dad, and I go down to the third store or the lowest parking garage, but a woman gets in with me on the top floor that I was at, correct? And she was just looking down, straight down, like not even. I said it, I did the wave, like, "Hey, how are you?" And no answer, just looked straight down.
Oh, yeah,
And then-
look at you. You're terrifying.
I get that, but
Yeah.
as soon as the garage goes down, those doors barely open. Like I couldn't even stick a finger through the fucking door, and she's out of that bitch like fucking Coyote, fucking the Roadrunner. And I don't think I give off that like murder vibe. You know what I mean? But bro, she was to
You
her
know,
car
I
before I
think
got
you
out of the
do.
elevator. You think I do?
Yeah.
What about me, like specifically? Like I want you to really nitpick, just like nitpick.
You have this like musk.
Hmm.
The closest I can describe it is like fungus. And what's that one animal? Mongoose. It reminds me of that. So there's something deeply predatory about the way you look at women,
Hmm.
and that it's like your eyes kind of like I've seen it happen. It was actually kind of disturbing, where your eyes will glaze over. It's almost like another eyelid, like goes over, and you just like you enter like this rage mode.
It's almost like daddy fucks.
Like I remember when like a woman said hi to you one time at the mall, and when we got back to the house, you just punched a hole in the wall.
It's the eternal rage I have.
Yeah,
I grew up in a house full of
Yeah.
women,
yeah, and you hold it against every woman you see.
and now I beat women. Have you ever seen anyone walk into a goddamn mattress firm? You know what I mean?
Never. I don't even know where mattresses come from, because they don't come from the store.
They come from like sweatshops in China. I know that.
When a mommy and a daddy love each other.
But no, the furniture market is a really scary place. Remember the Wayfair shit where they're hiding kids in closets, like they were like talking about Wayfair being fucking child trafficking.
It was like
center.
Ellen DeGeneres open up a door and it's like, this is what the Wayfair kids see when they open a box.
Wayfair is the epicenter of child trafficking.
Ask Owen Adams. He knows all about it.
You know who I think has been in a mattress store?
I have.
Owen Adams. Owen Adams has definitely been in a. He's the type of dude to get a job at a mattress store.
What do you mean? It's like I can take a nap anywhere.
We got the Tempur-Pedic. We got the Blue Cone Seal.
The memory foam.
We have the
The
ultra
memory
soft
foam
memory
in the
foam.
middle doesn't work because it's my outline in it because I've laid in it too much.
It's good for my back support, so I slept on it.
I can literally play my music through the bed.
I love working at a mattress store because I can just sleep here. I don't need a house. I save so much money on house.
Yeah. I save so much money on the house. I save money on bed and sleep. I sleep 2 hours a night.
You like Benson, bro. Fall
You
asleep.
probably you know how like the army has that technique where they like touch their toe to their back and like fall asleep in like a second.
What?
I don't remember which, like, if it was the army or the navy, but there's like a military sleep technique where like you like put your arm a certain way, you put your leg a certain way, and you fall asleep instantly. That's probably how Owen sleeps.
What? It's efficient because I get all 8 hours of sleep.
Owen probably decides, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now, and just and then knocks out immediately. He can willingly slow his heart rate down and go to sleep.
You think Owen probably drink a glass of milk before bed.
The cookies.
You can't forget about the cookies. Cookie.
Sauce.
Chocolate chip.
Okay, so Trump's
know-
president now, huh?
Did you know Owen Adams voted for Trump?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, tough one. Tough loss
Yeah,
for
Owen's definitely going to be one of those like Trump, like old Trump Mexican guys.
Trump. Trump is president though. Last time
Yeah.
we sat down, it was a different scenario.
Before we put listen, we were on winter break. We were on break.
We were on break, guys. I don't think you understand how hard and time consuming and technical this operation really is.
There's so much work to be done.
We need to stop
But,
building things and making more podcasts.
Yeah, we need to give every man a podcast mic. But so we did record a election night. Was it election night?
It was the day after. Nah, I don't know. It was the week after the election, sometime within
I
that.
think it was like the day after.
It's lost media.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It wasn't very funny. It was. I think it was.
Somber. It was sad.
It was a little too serious, and obviously it was a good conversation. But when you look back on it, like, is anyone like, you know what? I really want some biting political criticism. I'm gonna turn on the local channel podcast and see what they have to say.
That's not what you guys want. You guys want to
Yeah.
hear the. You
The
guys want
gritty,
to.
the nitty gritty.
Yeah, the grittying nude. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Oh, Trump saved TikTok
yeah, bro.
after he banned it. He saved it. I'm telling them, put TikTok back on the App Store.
It is crazy because he's the one who was pushing for it to be banned in the first place.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how fast they got that shit up immediately after he kind of pushed that. It almost makes you feel like it was somewhat plotted. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but it does seem like it was plotted just by
Listen,
even
I got a beef with this, right? I don't understand when the government is looking into something, it's called an investigation. But when somebody's looking into the government, all of a sudden it's a conspiracy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Listen, those drones over New Jersey, that I don't understand how we just forgot. You know, I
Rumor has it they were looking for Godzilla.
I saw a Joe Rogan clip, right, and it was like 1,000,000 years long, him yapping about these drones for like ever, and at the very end, acting as if he said something interesting. The culmination of this whole clip was basically him being like, "Yeah, I think they're looking for something."
Bro, Joe Rogan has
Because he pulled up some video of like a TikTok of some dude who owns a drone company
Mhm.
being like, "I'm kind of concerned about this." Well,
And wasn't he really? He's like,
you own a drone, so now you know the inner details of what's going on.
it wasn't
I
Joe
have
Rogan
one.
like,
Jason has one.
wasn't Joe Rogan like, this is all I needed to be convinced something.
Yeah,
bad
he
is
was like,
going on.
I wasn't worried about it until I saw this.
Hey, I own a drone.
And then the gist of the information was, I think they're looking for something. These are search drones.
What do you think they were looking for?
Patball, bro. He probably too close to the truth.
Dylan, they're looking for me.
Yes, it's real.
Dylan, can you hear me?
You know, listen, we laugh.
They're looking
now,
for me.
Listen, we laugh now, but when Patball turns out to be right about most of this shit, we're not going to be laughing. You know?
Bro, but like we got safety with him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
He's prepared.
We got at least 5 to 10 years of good laughs before he gets proven right, and everything everything is fucked.
Bro, do you think it was aliens?
What, the drones?
Yeah.
No, I think they were drones.
Oh. What do you think they were looking for?
And I think they were looking for something. Listen, I wasn't worried about it until I heard Papa.
I think they were looking. You know what? Now that
Adrian,
Adrian, you know.
Well,
The thing about drones is that they usually are for searching for
man,
things.
shut up. The thing about drones, you don't know anything.
What do you know about your question?
I don't feel safe.
No, but that point of like last year with the drones and everything, it was the worst time to be on social media because, bro, you got people fucking like, oh, the government's finally catching up to us. They're building something behind our eyes. Project Bluebeam is in full force. Like Owen Adams, Papoff, fucking Project Bluebeam. You know what that is?
I don't know what you're saying to me.
Supposedly, Project Bluebeam is like the government fakes like
Man,
aliens.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
The government's like fakes like all these religious figures coming back to life or something with drones and shit, and like
Yeah.
did that shit stink?
Yeah, that was really like it infected the mic immediately.
That's disgusting, bro. It sounds a little
They're-
different.
You
now.
say they're faking? They're bringing back MLK?
Bro, yeah, they're bringing back Jesus and fucking Buddha, and they're like bringing
They're gonna
aliens
bring
down
back
to Earth
Jesus
so we can
Buddha,
establish
and
one
Boosie.
nation and one new world order. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
How
honestly,
how
God,
dumb?
listen. In order to make Project Bluebeam a success, I understand Jesus, Buddha, and then Nipsey. We'll unite all the world religions. You know.
Nipsey. Oh, Nipsey, what can I say about you?
Rest in peace, Smoke.
You ever thought though, if one drone happens, wouldn't you expect more people to cause on to the fucking
If
problem?
one drone happens,
Nah, I'm pissed about this shit. Remember they're like, Dylan, they're the size of cars. What the fuck, bro? How you know that? Like, it'll be like a star in the sky, and they'll be like, that's the size of a car if I've ever seen one. Like, bro, it's just a light in the sky, you
know,
idiot.
I think the moon is bigger than the sun because I see it more.
Yeah, like it's dumbass fucking thought process of like, have you never been fucking taught like focal points
No,
and like different lengths? Like,
no, like so many people, they have no sense of like perspective. It's like they if they see someone far away, they probably think that person's like this big.
oh my god, you're a tiny little man.
Who is that little man?
It's Owen.
Except it's not an issue of perspective.
Imagine, bro. Imagine like some short guy go on a date and like his Tinder dates across the fucking street, and they're on the phone
oh.
like, oh, where are they? And he just fucking comes closer, but he don't get bigger. He just consistently stays the same length.
She still thinks he's far away.
Can you see me? No, I can't really see you.
Bro,
How about now?
if that occurred to me, like my whole like reference point of like life would shatter, because would that mean that he's like large and gets smaller, or it's just the same, he's the same size no matter how far away
he
he
stays
is?
the same focal point. Like he stays the same exact size.
He's
like
just
a
a
little
2D
amiibo.
human.
Like he's just
Like, a sprite.
But would he
he's
ever
made up of 13 pixels. And that's it.
would he ever be getting closer if he just stays the same size? And he's just getting fatter, right?
So he
You're
could
right.
be like
You're
he could be
right.
like 30
Yo.
miles away and still
You're
be
right.
that big.
And he's getting bigger. You're right. Damn, you're onto something.
So the further away oh fuck.
Fuck.
This whole thing's messed up, man.
This hurt my head.
We need to move on.
I think we need to discuss this more.
In comments, because we get more hate comments on YouTube than loving ones, and I clap back, but I always make sure to write from Cam at the end of when I clap back at people, so they know it's from him and not from me. Because I don't
Yeah.
know you guys. You guys could be crazy.
Yeah.
So I think let me pull it up. Let me pull up the most recent comment that I replied to on one of our last episodes. And I made sure to pin this comment because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
He said, "Show would be so much better if you ditched Dylan and Cam."
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard hate comment,
But that
So
doesn't
I
have
don't-
any. Wait. No, can we talk about that real quick? Can we just?
Okay,
like,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't think
By all
that
means.
comment.
It's your
the
show,
comment. The comment has no basis. You know what I mean? If you took me
I-
and you off the show, there wouldn't be a show. You know what I mean? Like.
I think that
So
that
what?
that's
Do you
the
want to
joke.
do you just want to watch us watch our rooms like you just want to watch that? I mean, we got
I
some
do
lube
think it'd be
over
a
there,
good
I guess.
experiment. I think it'd be a good experiment to get two strangers to host the podcast once.
And we're just
as a
gone?
little experiment.
Yeah, let's do
Bro,
it.
can you imagine if it's like better? Like it's funny. There's like a good conversation going.
They go viral.
Do we just retire?
Yeah,
like-
I don't.
Do we have to hand off the show?
I'm kind. I'm kind of scared to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it
I
might-
think
it
there's
might
there's
happen.
There's a real possibility that it's leagues better. All right, so
what
so
did
he
you-
said, "Show would be so much better if you ditched Dylan and Cam," and like you do, I said, "I will put you in a ditch from Cam."
And I did.
So-
and I did do that. What was the username?
The username is Wasted Again with a Grateful Dead profile picture, so you know you're at least 52.
On what episode?
Mooning time. The
Let me
last
see
moon.
it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
The comment, you don't believe me?
I don't. I just want to see what he looks like. Oh, fuck that guy. What did he respond?
You didn't believe me? Why would I lie?
Did he respond?
He said, back that up. And I said, I'll throw it back on you, Cam.
I did do it. I did throw it back on him. It was a good time.
I always make sure to sign off and make sure that I have nothing to do with these clapbacks.
I honestly, I'm just happy we got a comment. You know what I mean? Like,
Honest to God, you think you're doing something bad to us, but you're really upping our engagement. So I really appreciate it.
but you know what?
No bad publicity. You know what I mean?
You know what? He has a point. You know what I mean? And I think we should just stop doing it.
I think that we should get have the autopilots,
Yeah. Can we do an
auto
AI?
host.
Can we do an AI episode through
Ooh,
Meta?
No, we should. You know how they have like the AI Family Guy thing,
No. What is that?
where it's like a algorithm that like tries a like AI generated Family Guy episodes. It was like a website.
That's crazy. That's a
with
real
like
thing.
3D models of like an AI voices. Yeah. What if we have an AI podcast? We feed all of our content
Shit.
through. We feed all of our episodes through an AI, and we have our own algorithm. It's instant money printing. We don't even have to sit down.
Bro, we could hook up with Ye and use the same software he uses.
I do think that
In the
if that
crib eating
happened-
porn?
If that happened and we did that, that would turn badly very quick. I thought that was Ray Kroc for a second.
What is all this fucking lettuce?
Bro, work was so dead today. I watched the entirety of The Founder in the middle of
Bro.
my shift.
That's a movie you don't watch. You know what I mean? You don't watch that alone.
Huh?
In fact,
Bro, I've probably listen. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Outside of This Is the End, purely like because that's like a party movie, I've seen The Founder more than any movie. I've seen it like 10 or 15 times.
it's a good movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love me some McDonald's too.
Hiya, dick. Bro, that shit
Your
put me in the mood
authority
for a quarter
stops
pounder real
at
quick.
the
Like I
floor
know
and-
that the movie is like kind of a hit piece on McDonald's, but bro, that shit makes me want a quarter pounder. Like that, bro.
If anything, I feel like it honors the McDonald's legacy. It just shits on Ray Kroc.
Well, Ray Kroc is kind of the McDonald's legacy.
McDonald's.
Arches.
Now, Jim, I don't know if I really want to be selling watermelon. Oh shit. um.
What the fuck? It was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Well, remember when he goes to the fucking
lettuce.
the alternative McDonald's and they're selling fried chicken and shit? He's like,
Yeah.
"What is all this? We sell burgers."
People love fried chicken.
So how do you feel about Elon's little dance he did?
It's dark freaky MAGA on my hat because it's dark and black.
It's dark Gothic MAGA. Get it? Because of Times New Roman, the Gothic font.
USA, USA.
Thank you so much from the bottom of your heart. Thank you.
I am Adolf Hitler.
Bro, you doing the Hail Hitler with the fucking bully merch on is so fitting. I'm not anti-Semitic. I just fucked a Jewish bitch.
I texted Papa about that. I was like, "You see Elon Sieg Heil at the rally?" And he goes, "They're framing him. It's not real." And I'm like,
Bro,
I watched it.
My point is like, even if he was trying to do some dumb shit or some Roman salute, I don't give a fuck. He still did it. You know what I mean? Like, he still
Yeah.
did the action.
Listen,
Like,
it's still a bad look.
If
You know what
anything,
I mean?
it makes him even more stupid that he doesn't have the context clues to not do that, bro.
Listen,
and then
I think that, but Elon Musk also has a weird history about, like, I remember he was at some like thing in Germany and he was like, "Listen, people just need to stop like hanging on to the past." And I don't know why I'm giving him like a Mexican accent. What Paddington in Peru. What does he sound like? It's dark freaky MAGA.
It's the only thing we could say. It's dark Gothic MAGA. You need to forget about you need to forget about the Holocaust.
Bro, that's what he said. He was like, people need to stop holding on to the past. And it's like, it's dark freaky MAGA.
But bro, what were you doing, dude? Like, what the fuck? How do you do that? Like, bro, and
See,
it wasn't even like
yeah,
it wasn't.
this is where we withdraw from the World Health Organization. Ooh, that's a big one.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's like me
Bro,
on a
he's
test
like
when I fucking
dude, he's like a cartoon.
You know when the answers are in the word bank, you know what I mean? When when they got to fill in they got to fill in the word blanks, and then they got the multiple choice, and the multiple choice got the answer to fill in the word blanks.
Yeah,
That's ooh, that's a good one.
I remember because I took college math our senior year of high school, and my teacher was he was a very nice guy. He let me turn in like shit like 8 months late. He's a very kind soul, right?
Is this
But no, I have beef with the no. This guy was dumb as a rock. Like I remember I like walked over to his desk one time in the middle of like a test, and he was playing like Stumble Guys on his phone, and like he didn't like, but he didn't own it. He like hid his phone away, like all embarrassed from me. He was like, ooh. But
guys is better.
we had a test, and he printed the answer key on the back of every test that he handed out. And you want to know what asshole ratted it out? Said it. A very virtuous soul. I admire it. But man, what a dumbass.
Why would you say something about that? Like, bro,
I don't know.
That's like that famous saying where it's like, dude gets stranded on an island and a boat comes by and he's like, "No, God will save me." And then the fucking helicopter comes by and goes, "No, God will save me." Like, bro, take your fucking blessing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I was cheating one time, and he had like the browser that you could like look and see like what you were doing on your computer, right?
Oh, the lockdown browsing.
Yeah, and I was like Googling answers, but he
Mhm.
didn't see me while I was Googling. He just saw that I had the tabs open. And a little message popped up on my screen. It was like, "You're not looking up the answer during your test, are you?" And I and I type in,
Don't.
"Nah." I type in, "Nah." I was looking at it before.
Wait, there was a chat.
Yeah, no, yeah, like a little game chat, like Xbox Live chat, just popped up. Like, "You're not googling the answers, are you?"
How freaked out did you get when that popped up? Were you?
Oh, bro, no, it was like freaky as fuck because like he took control of my mouse and like I just see my mouse just go and open the tab, and I shut down my computer because I think I'm getting like hacked or some shit. And then I open it up again, and the chat pops up.
Did you guys look at each other? Like, did you go? Did you go above the computer and go and look at him?
No, he's behind me, so I turn around like,
Does he look at you?
no, he's in his computer like fucking Gargamel, bro.
That's
You're
the
not
funny.
googling the answers, are you? And you want to know the best part?
You got
His dumbass
100%.
believed me. He ate it up.
What did he say? Like, oh, okay.
He was like, "Oh, okay, lol." The explosion.
He said, "Lol."
Yeah.
Who is this?
I have
Who's this teacher?
You gotta bleep it because I don't want to name people in case he turns out to be like a pedophile or something. Uh, what's his name? I don't remember his name.
What did he look like?
Oh, he was big. He kind of looked like Seuss from Gravity Falls.
What the hell? He's a
What was
math
his name?
teacher?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know who that is. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. You got off lickety. He knew your ass was cheating, bro.
oh, no doubt.
Hey, you're not looking up the answers, are
or
you?
he just thinks I'm such a good boy that I wouldn't. You know?
In our social studies teacher's class from senior year, I remember we had the government tests, and bro, no shit, he'd pass them out. I'd be like, all right, like let's not talk or anything, bro. My group the whole time, I'd be like, what's the answer number 3? I think it's
No.
patriarchy. All right, thank you. And he'd
No,
be like,
we did the same.
hey
Like,
now, hey now, no.
I
He'd never
remember
take my test.
a certain girl who had an affinity for saying a certain word. Uh, she sat by herself in that class, and it was me, Nick, a bunch of other people.
Uh-huh.
It was in the middle of the test, and like no, we were done with our test, so we were just talking, and she like turned around and screamed at us and was like, "Some people are still fucking testing. Shut the fuck up." And I look at her, and I'm like, I do this, I do the monkey though, and I continue to talk because fuck
Oh
you.
my
Why are you
gosh.
yelling at me?
Yeah, like bro, has no people talking has never like interrupted
No.
me. Like
It's never disturbed me.
It doesn't
Never.
bother. Remember when our art teacher was like, you can't sleep. What the what? You can't sleep? Are you serious?
Bro, we couldn't do anything. Like
What were we supposed to-
we couldn't like play on the phone. We couldn't talk to our friends.
No games.
We couldn't we couldn't put our heads down. What do? This. Stare at the wall.
Bro, and it was an art test. An art test.
Yeah.
It was like what is portrait? Up and down.
Yeah. It's not even like making a piece of art. It's getting tested on like the word paintbrush. How many paintbrushes can I fit in my ass?
9. Bro, I was telling my my friends here about the face paint incident we had in
Oh, that's a good one.
have we told them on the podcast?
I think we did. I feel like I remember it.
I don't remember it, but it's a good memory, you know. Should I say it or should we skip the beef?
You can say it if you want.
Okay. So, me and Dylan actually met in 8th grade art class.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know we had another class before. We had English as well.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that. But I wasn't originally sitting with Dylan. He was sitting at a table across the way with some weirdos. But I was with this guy. He was a cool guy, Gianni. We won't.
What happened to him? Is he still around?
He might be serving for the Catholic Church. Who knows?
Eh, good for him.
He might be working for ICE. You know what I mean? Like, things happen.
I don't think he is. Don't worry.
He might be up with X right now, and we never know. But anyways,
I know one person who is.
Mashallah. We also had a friend named Cyber. And he was a funny dude. He was a nice guy. Didn't really talk to him as much, but Dylan.
Wow, his jokes were disgusting.
Anyways, yeah. The reason I became friends with Dylan was because Cyber went over to him and made him punch in a passcode into his Snapchat private. What do you call it? Private, like, Snapchat camera roll.
I don't know. I don't use that.
And somehow Dylan picked the right number, and just inappropriate photos just flood Dylan's face. In eighth grade, Dylan was in horror, just like fucking.
Yeah, I was gay back then, so I.
And everyone was back then, so I understand the pain. You know what I mean? There was a lot of dicks on one screen.
No, but I was really gay.
It was a lot of dicks on one screen. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I like that part.
But anyways, fast forward. We're sitting in art class one day, and Cyber falls asleep. Right? This dude fucking falls asleep. And Gianni, he's not scared of anything, so he's like, what we should fucking do? We should fucking write on him. So he takes a big ass Sharpie. I remember this shit was big. And he just starts fucking like.
It was one of those really like thick ones.
Yeah. like Gorlami fucking drawing the fucking swastika
Dominic
on the.
Coco.
And then what's his name? I forgot again, and I had to do that. And then Antonio Margariti. But bro,
on the way back from location scouting, Cameron and I could not figure out what the fucking middle name was in that scene. We knew it was Gorlami and Dominic De Coco. But we knew the enunciation was
the tempo.
Da 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 da. And it took us like 30 minutes.
Margarete. But anyways, so Johnny, dude draws a big ass swastika on this dude's forehead.
Swastika, dick.
And then top it off, he drew a dick on his cheek, a teardrop, and a fucking 69.
I think the 69 was my idea.
Was it? Good one.
I think so,
that was a good one. But, he was sleeping. He was, like, drooling, too. Like, deep sleep. First off, how the fuck you fall asleep in a 40-minute class? Second off.
Yeah, you ever think about that? How, like, that felt like forever.
Yeah.
Like,
that was, like, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
But he finally wakes up, and he's like, I gotta piss. And we immediately, like, are laughing at him, but then we lock in, and we're like, bro, you cannot
don't go.
You cannot ask to go to the bathroom. Like, if there's one thing you can't do is ask to go to the bathroom.
And like he was like weird. It was like he was nonverbal. Like he would not.
Like,
do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't acknowledge us.
He also didn't pick up on the cues. Like, how would you not like understand? Like, if my friends were like, "Don't go to the bathroom," like I'd probably not go to the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least
I'm not like, I really think they want me to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. But anyways, he's like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So he goes up to our teacher and asks. But luckily, bro, God saved us that day because she had a fucking vitiligo. I don't give a fuck.
She had vitiligo.
She had a vitiligo attack, bro. A full ass vitiligo attack. Vertigo attack in the flesh.
That's where she turns black for like 30 minutes.
She turned Michael Jackson.
It's like a mood ring.
Got a
like,
dark-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. Got a light-skinned friend, yeah, she got vertigo. Anyways,
I don't know how the hell she didn't see it.
Well, bro, you remember her head was down and just like, bro, she was like, she would describe it. She's like, I feel like I'm on a pirate ship.
One of the best part is Cyber seeing her have like a meltdown and still go up and ask to use the bathroom. That's the best part.
And bro, but thank God she didn't look up. She just said, go. So bro runs to
Yeah.
the bathroom. He takes a while. And Dylan to this day says he had allergies that day.
Listen to me right now. It's the same thing.
But I was
I was
thinking
not
about it.
crying.
He's probably out. Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Listen, no doubt I was upset. I was very distraught, but I was not crying.
but
If
you
I
know
was
what?
crying, I would. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of being an emotional man. I've cried a lot about many things, and I'm not ashamed. Okay?
Swastikas and dicks and vitiligo is not one of them though.
No, I didn't cry.
But
What would happen to us? You know what I mean?
we could have gotten suspended for that, bro. Think about it. If Mister
Oh, no, bro.
Mis-
it's,
mis-
it's just we're just boys.
we're just
it's just
kids,
locker
it's just
room
locker
talk.
room talk,
It's just dark, freaky mago.
bro. You know what the funny thing is? You could probably get away with that now, and probably teachers be like, "Oh, boys will be boys."
I think now actually it'd be you. We get in trouble for sure.
Really, I think you could do it now, bro. Trump's in office. You could do anything.
Yeah, I can just like fucking just jerk my shit like in
Yes.
the middle of class, like the last goon, baby,
Like
the
just,
goonicide.
just do it, bro.
Bro, that class was like Gaza, bro. Like,
That class was remember our friend, he would always just fucking never get a sketchbook. He'd just have a singular sheet of paper to draw sketches on. And
oh, Gianni.
yeah, the art teacher would always come by because we were required to have a sketchbook, bro.
Yeah.
But after every project, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get one. I'm about to get one." She's like, "All right,
Yeah.
bro." This dude went an entire year without a fucking sketchbook.
Bro,
Like,
I wish you were, because how that class worked is like we had art, and then afterwards, me and Gianni and another one of our friends at the time, Jonah, we were in ceramics right after.
Next semester,
Dude, it was like Godfather Part 1 and 2. Like, it was like the next step. Like, I remember, like, we would always put our, like, wet, cold, like projects. We'd wrap them up in wet paper towels and put them in the closet. And there was a giant bucket of wet clay. A huge drum of clay in that closet. And I remember I went in there one time and I was looking for my project, and I picked one up and I unwrapped it a little bit trying to see if it was my project.
yeah.
And Jonah came in and he took his hand and he spiked it out of my hand. It flew across the room and it landed in the bucket and splat. It melded into
How-
the rest of the clay.
How
And
was
it
it
wasn't
that?
my project.
How forceful of a hit did he
It
do that
wasn't
shit,
mine.
bro?
It was someone else's. And we both just agreed to not speak about it.
And nothing came out of it, yeah?
No, we were fine.
Consider yourself
He hit
lucky.
that shit with force. Like, enough force that when it entered the bucket, I couldn't find it anymore.
You ever think middle school is just like the gooning central? Like, every kid is an asshole in middle school, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Everybody does, like, fucked up things. Like, nobody learns anything.
Like, I couldn't tell you one thing that I've done productive that happened during middle school.
There was maybe one class that I genuinely learned, and it was McNavish. And that's it. I didn't learn anything else.
I have to disagree with you on that. Every essay I did, he told me that I wasn't understanding the book or the story or the moral of the plot.
Well, you just have learning disabilities.
But he needs to be nicer to people like that. He needs to
Listen.
know that. He needs to know that it's not cool.
Listen, it's Ray Kroc. He had the speedy system, and it like Lattice. He no changes. Like,
Bro,
you can't
remember
throw a monkey wrench in the speedy system.
his ass would get mad at us for fucking playing cool math games when we were done with the test. It's like, what do you want me to do? Like,
I remember
bro,
there was one time that he really scared me, and it was when you and me were reading the Odyssey, and we were keeping track of how many times they ate meat and drank wine, because it was every fucking chapter, and we had an ongoing like tally of how many times this happened, and it reached like 20, and I like exclaimed "fuck" really loud, and he walked by us, and he did this. He looked at me like this. With his hands behind his back, like, and it like sent like a cold shiver down my spine. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
he's a scary man.
No, he's intimidating.
I remember I remember during the audius. Wow, fuck! I can't fucking talk.
Fuck.
I can't believe that dude had us reading the audius. Fuck! I can't believe that dude had us reading. I can't believe that dude had us reading the Christopher Nolan movie.
It's based on a book.
I want to know how he made that wonderful motion picture.
Bro,
That
can
book-
I tell you something?
That book is dog.
I didn't comprehend a single word in that book.
I really hope Chris Nolan fills some gaps and holes, bro, because
You know, I can't wait to see the movie so I could finally understand it.
you know what's going to be funnier?
You know, I think
is that-
McNavish doesn't even understand it. I think that the movie will make him understand it.
Bro, I don't get it. Why is it 900 pages? Why do we need... Can we condense that? Can we Spark Notes that,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah,
Can we-
I think we need. Yeah, I
Can
agree.
we AI that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
Is
put
it-
it in Chat GPT. Give me bullet points.
Is it about Zeus? Is it about Icarus falling from his wings? Poseidon?
Kratos.
Montgomery?
I
Kratos?
do not. I do not need a stack. It's dark, freaky Kratos.
It's Doc Freaky McNavish. That guy, he's... I can't... Like, he is so dedicated to his craft. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah.
been doing this shit for 25 years. He ain't
He's
got no
ready to put
Wi.
his life on the line for words.
He ain't, he
And
ain't got no
books.
Wi-Fi in the crib, bro. Like, he should be watching reruns of The Office on TBS.
He probably still got a rotary phone.
Bro, he probably got no lights in his house. You know, he probably conserves energy. He probably takes baths once a week.
He walks in with a candle with like that little hat and the little pajamas.
The Ebenezer Scrooge. He probably don't have a doorbell. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta knock. It has one of those rings. You gotta knock it like
Dun,
that.
dun. He's fucking.
It's not a trap door like Scooby Doo.
He's just Nosferatu. Come sit here. Read book.
It is the scavenger hunt.
Read book.
Go around the room.
Sign non-binding contract.
There
Icarus.
is proof of income for the last 4 years. You know, I agree that my favorite part of Nosferatu is, you know, he kills indiscriminately. We watch him like bite the throat off of like 2 like kids. But when it comes to buying property, he very strictly follows the legal channels. He will not dick around with
Bro,
property
down
taxes.
to the T, bro. He has a
Yeah.
fucking CPA certified accountant.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that it doesn't interfere with any of my other legal properties. I want to go and visit it, but not by feet, by boat. And I also want to go at night.
You would put me in a box.
You, I want to buy the most rundown place too. Why does he? I don't understand that. Why do he buy the most rundown building ever? Like, bro, you can at least get
Listen,
a.
he's a spooky guy.
Like, bro, you just adding on to the mystique. Like, he doing that for show, bro. Like, he could have gotten like a simple modern
I
house.
need to have aura,
There needs to be cobwebs and spiders all over, so it scares me.
or I can't bust.
I get hard when spiders are around. People were hating on that movie, and
Nobody's hating on it. Everybody loves it, bro. You say that like we'll be talking about one of the most popular movies to ever come out, and you'll be like, "Yeah, people are hating on it, man." Like, bro,
I
who are
had
these people that are hating on it?
okay. You're gonna be like, well, these people don't matter, but I've had at least 4 coworkers.
I've had at least 3 people on my letterbox tell me they didn't like it.
I've had four coworkers who thought it was just like boring and unnecessary. First off, the last film they made of it was in 1929. What do you mean unnecessary? You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
unnecessary. I'm a really big fan of the one from the 20s that has no sound.
exactly. Like, bro, I just don't know. How did you get on the boat? It ruins the movie.
Man,
Like, bro,
these
God
like
forbid,
letterboxed pilled people, bro.
God forbid,
I
you,
don't like the mix on this album. I just really don't care for the drums.
God forbid, bro. Like,
It's
we don't
dark,
gotta,
freaky maga.
we don't gotta show everything on camera. You know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
let it go, bro. That made me mad. And everybody was getting grossed out about like how he had his penis out and everything. It's like, It's
That's my
for the.
favorite part.
It's thank you. Are you just homophobic? Are you racist? Are you homophobic? You don't
Me?
like penises? No, the people.
No, no, God, no,
No,
heavens, no.
no. I mean, in the Brutalist, we saw Adrian Brody get.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, really, it was.
Yep.
We saw him get groped by Tom Tucker. Good
No,
evening,
we saw him
everyone.
get we saw him get anally fisted by Carter Pewterschmidt, bro.
Not like
That shit was
Chili's.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not like
It's
Red
not-
Robin.
There's not. It's not secure like a Chili's.
Maybe.
There's not good back support.
This
would
is
get
who
in the-
y'all voted for, really?
He looked like a moon pie.
I was talking to Rithik about this. It's reached a point where like the photoshopped images of him are so like seared into my brain that I don't know what he looks like in
That's
real
just
life.
what he is, bro.
Like this is just what I think of when I think of Mr. JD Vance.
He's such a confusing character. Like he's one of them dudes that you don't. That's not real, bro. That's Nosferatu,
He's
bro.
scary, bro.
That's
He's scary.
I made Passion of the Christ and I vote for Trump.
Jew.
I made a Apocalypto.
And that movie kind of slaps. I gotta be real. Like, listen, I'm not a big fan of Mel Gibson as racist ass, but Apocalypto, it's a fire movie, man. It was really good.
You told me, the funniest thing you told me is that they teased Columbus like the fucking Endgame Thanos ass
Yeah.
fucking
Nah,
ending.
like the conquistadors
Peter
show
Quill
up like Nick
returning.
Fury at the end, bro. The legendary conquistadors will return.
But I think that is a sick ass idea for a movie of like the fear that's probably instilled in those people when they see these just random ass like those are so foreign to them, like alien like structures just coming
Oh,
towards them.
the weirdest part of the movie is that that happens and then just nothing is done about it. It's not like what the movie's about.
Is that just what end? Like, is that how the movie ends?
It happens at the end and that's it. Like it's barely touched upon. The movie itself was more like about like what have they been like the Mayans and the
The
Aztecs?
Mayans and the Aztecs. Yeah.
It's more so about like
Idiots don't know their ancient Mexican cultural history.
I'm Aztec.
It was actually Frida Kahlo and Machete.
But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is since it is the new year,
Mhm.
I wanted to discuss our favorite albums
Okay.
of 2024.
Okay.
I've been wanting to talk about this for about since August. And I have my list pulled up here.
Dylan,
And-
I think now is the time we should do that.
I think it's a little early.
I disagree. I think it's the perfect time. Do you think?
It's almost
think-
February.
Do you think it's the best time?
Are you stalling?
No. Bro, I had my list somewhere, but I don't know where it went.
Oh, let me blow my nose. You have to cut out this really nasty noise that's about to happen. I also have honorable mentions. I will get that out of the way because there are
In a
few
Caribbean
albums
porn?
that we'll get there. I that I like, but I don't like them enough to love them. And my first honorable mention is "American Dream" by 21 Savage. A lot of good,
Wow.
lot of good.
That was
lot
your
of good
wow.
Yeah, a lot of good songs, but it's just I don't love it. I like it, I don't love it. All right. The next is you're gonna love this one. You ready? "The Death of Slim Shady" by Eminem.
Nah,
Listen.
nah.
Listen,
There's one good banger on there.
No. There's more than one. And the thing holding it back is the fact that Eminem is just a clinical cornball. He will never not be corny, and it sucks because there's some good songs. I'll also do I'll do favorite tracks as well.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So Death of Slim Shady, Brand New Dance, and Houdini, fun songs, but they are still corny, which is unfortunate. My
That
next honorable mention is Bando Stone, The New World by Childish Gambino, an album that I was a little disappointed by, a little bit, because I feel like when Lithonia came out, I was really hyped. I loved that song. It was a rock song, and I was prepared for a more kind of rock centric album because that's kind of what uh Awaken My Love had a lot of very rock and
yeah.
jazz influenced songs.
Bro, that
And I
album.
was
Wait. Can we? That album is so good, and I don't think people understand. You know what I mean?
what Awaken My Love?
Yeah. Like,
Oh no, it's amazing.
can I be?
I think that
It
I think
might
that
be. It might be better than because of the internet. For
I'd
me,
agree with
for
you. I
for
would
me
agree with you.
personally,
Yeah.
I think um, "Me or Mama" is one of his best songs ever.
Yeah.
I love California, Redbone, the
Obviously.
Get Out song. Are you serious? Daniel Kaluuya song. Are you serious? That's the greatest thing ever made.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I was a little disappointed by
yeah.
Bando Stone in the New World. I can't lie, and it made me sad because I was really excited. Especially this is like the essentially the last Childish Gambino album. Apparently, it probably
Yeah.
won't be. He said the same thing about 31520, but I liked Lithonia, A Place Where Love Goes. Um, yeah, but I didn't love it, you know. And then obviously Vultures won, purely because
Oh.
purely because I think it holds up pretty okay, and also the build up to when it was coming out, like the release, like the listening parties and the leaks, it was a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
know, like like
I
that
think
time, that era of like January, February was a lot of fun. You know,
just,
and then
dude,
the album came out and it was okay.
it,
But
just wait till
favorite
bully
track,
season.
favorite track, favorite
Ah.
tracks on Vultures One are for me, Do It and Back to Me. And now we get into my true favorite
Here we go.
albums.
How many true favorites do you have?
I've got like a lot, like seven,
Damn, I only have
like six
four.
or seven. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you just a simpleton.
Simpleton? Are you fucking serious? You just say that?
All right, so I have some surprises over here too. So rounding out the bottom of the list is Petrichor by 070 Shake, an artist who I wasn't too familiar with until this year. Um, but this album really blew me away. It's not really the type of music I listen to normally, but I dig the production. I think she has an amazing voice. And my favorite song on that album is Elephant, and I like Vagabond as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then rounding out the next choice is Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of the best rap albums of the year. Super fun.
Favorite song?
Uh, with Yearn 101 or whatever it's called. That was my favorite. Are you quizzing me? Are you serious?
No. I just actually wanted to know because it's on my lips. On my lips. It's
Yearn
on
my,
my
my
lips.
he's on my lips. I feel him on my lips. But probably Yearn 101 and what's that one song? I like Pig Feet. And those are the standout tracks to me. But
Okay, perfect.
really fun. Another artist who I wasn't too familiar with until this year. I really enjoyed that album. The next one that you might be a surprise to you, and was a surprise to me when I loved it so much, is "I Lay Down My Life for You" by JPEG
Ooh.
Mafia. Uh, Another artist who I was more familiar with when his collaborations with Danny Brown, who is one of my more favorite artists.
Uh-huh.
Um, but just the way that this album kind of morphs or like meshes hip hop and rock music in a way that isn't cringe like Lil Wayne is amazing. I I was
I said that.
blown
That's my
away.
bar.
I was blown away by that album. And my favorite tracks on this album are Sin Maiedo and Ex Military. are my standout favorite tracks on that album. Very amazing production. I think he's also a really good singer and rapper. Yeah, really really impressive stuff. Next is Dark Times by Vince Staples.
Mm.
Another album that really blew me away with how somber but also how many bangers are on that album. I was a big fan of that album.
That is a, that
Um,
is that is a Camp Flog Gnaw miss. I wish we did see a little bit more of him.
I'm glad that we got to see the songs that we did because some of my favorite songs we got to see, which made me happy. But yeah, another artist who, again, like just tons of new music or new artists this year who, I wasn't too familiar with prior. And my favorite tracks on Dark Times, obviously Black and Blue and Shame on the Devil. Just amazing production, amazing singing and rapping from Vince Staples. Yeah, I loved it. And I've got three more. I got three more.
Is this in order, by the way?
Yes,
Okay.
I've got three more. Right. And I don't even need to look at the list for this. I know this already.
Hmm.
And we're probably starting to line up about now.
Okay, I'm gonna wait to tell you.
So number three for me, I I don't even know if that's the number three, but I've got three more.
Okay.
Number three is you'll be surprised by this one. Is Vista by Childish Gambino, the reissue of 31520, an album
We're
that I
count
really didn't care for.
we're counting that.
I'm gonna count that, yeah, because I listened to it a lot, and I'm the first, and I'm the first to admit that. Well, Cameron likes to get on my ass about how I didn't like 31520 when he showed it to me initially, and my rebuttal to that is, listen, I'm still of the opinion that that album sounds like shit. Like 31520 sounded like shit, and when you showed me this album, I didn't listen to that type of music. So
Okay.
you listen, you show me an album that sounds like shit. That's the type of music I don't listen to. Obviously, I'm not going to like it, but now when I'm more seasoned with this, it's more closer to the type of music I listen to, and the mixes are new and all redone and rich and beautiful, and the songs sound amazing, and I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's, to me, it's one of Childish Gambino's best albums now. Um, I love how different every song is. Everything, it's almost like each is a small like mini like movie.
Hmm.
Super interesting. Uh, Childish Gambino once again proving himself to be one of the more interesting songwriters and singers. I've never heard songs like his ever. Songs that if they were made by another artist, I'd probably not like them.
I do think that album is really ahead of its time. It's something I feel like you'd hear
Yeah,
now compared to
yeah,
when it did come out in what 2020, and it had.
yeah,
I think also the appeal was so like I think it was so swept under the rug because it was kind of like Untitled for Kendrick. Like no one really kind of took it serious because it's just some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Just from
yeah.
off the bat. So I think
But it has like some of his best songs ever, in my opinion, on that album. And obviously, since it's old, like old now technically, it's
yeah.
not as appreciated. But I think that it definitely should have got more fanfare when he re-released it because man, like I don't know what he did, but those songs are incredible now. My favorite songs on that album, easily Psilocybe, which was one of my top played songs this past year. Um, and what's the one song? To Be Hunted, I think is an incredible song. And final and Algorithm as well. Very Yeezus inspired song. I love that song. Number two, now we're starting to line up, is going to be GNX by Kendrick
Ooh,
Lamar.
riding in my GNX with a neat of bacon and a top off. This gonna be a sweet
I
love.
can't say this in public. I can't say I enjoy Kendrick Lamar, but
Turn his TV
this
off.
album is really good. We were kind of hating on it when it first came out because it wasn't really what we were expecting, but as I've listened to it time and time again, I've grown to appreciate so many of the songs, And it's kind of like Kendrick's Watch the Throne. It's kind of a victory lap. You know what I mean? And I think that we were initially very hard on it because he's um, always been more introspective in his music, and I think that because there were the songs were a bit more straightforward, we failed to see the substance in a lot of that music.
Yeah.
Where in songs like Reincarnated, which is, in my opinion, Kendrick's the best song he's ever made, and like Whacked Out Murals, just incredible songs with a surprising level of depth for an album that is pretty much a victory lap for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It also does have one of his worst songs. I'll get
Tell
that
him
out of the
Kendrick
way.
did it.
It's bad. It's a weird song. I don't
Is it
really get.
GNX or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only like bad song. I'm not a big fan of the beat switch on TV Off, but that's about it. Everything else I do like. Everything else I do like. And my favorite songs, my standout tracks are obviously Reincarnated and Whacked Out Murals.
Mhm.
And obviously number one, you saw this coming. You know, I'm just gonna get out of the way. Vultures 2 is my favorite album of the
You
year.
were the only thing that felt like home.
You reach for the popcorn. Oops, that's my cock. Like we don't get wordplay like this anymore from rappers. You know.
Run it.
You know, I really love seeing Ty Dolla $ign with Kanye like AI filter over his voice, because like, you know, when I was listening to Vultures 1, my initial thought was really like, I would rather not hear Kanye rap at all.
That
I
should just
just
be a
want
side.
AI.
That should be a solo Ty like album project.
Nah, just have Ty do a Kanye AI voice the entire time.
Let's just keep rolling.
I
Let's
really
just keep
love how
zoning.
Kanye just forgot how to rap on Slide and has the worst flow I've ever heard in my whole
You know
life.
what?
I
I
really love
try. Got me in timelines.
Told her friend she had 10, I lied.
More
She in
about
the high fives.
your favorite album of the year.
But obviously I'm joking. It's Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. An incredible album. A very interesting album. Not what I expected when it dropped. Tyler's most honest and open and vulnerable album so far, I think.
Mhm.
For and I think it's ironic, the album where he's playing such a covered character with the mask and the suit, for
Uh-huh.
that album to be his most surprisingly open and honest. And I think that it has some of his most interesting songs, some weak songs for sure, but as a whole, I was pretty blown away by. I mean, you know, when you go to Tyler the Creator, there's brand loyalty there. You know what I mean? Like, you know that
Yeah.
you're gonna get something good.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I pre-ordered with the shitty fucking hoodie.
Calm
and,
down. Sit still.
and
That's 1
the,
mil.
the test printing CD. It's gonna be worth millions. But yeah, just amazing. Seeing it live was also
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
It made me appreciate the album even more. Favorite track, definitely Thought I Was Dead. It's my favorite track of the year. Favorite feature of the year was Schoolboy Q. And what's the other song I love?
Not Playboy Cardi?
Bro, that should hurt my heart. Fuck. Oh, Like Him.
Mhm.
Just a gut-wrenching song. Made me cry. Amazing song. Amazing album. Definitely going to be listened to a lot in years to come. My favorite album of the year, easily. So yeah, that was my long-winded. That took about like 45 minutes.
No, you gave very in-depth analysis like a teacher. And,
Bro, you know, I've been waiting for this since fucking like November.
my turn?
Yeah, go ahead, man. It's your show.
Okay, it's my show. I found my little doc of things I have.
Okay.
I do have a lot of
If the listeners are wondering why I sound so nasally, I have a sexier voice in real life. I'm a little under the weather.
he's a little
I just want to
sick.
get that out of the way.
I
Also, all
do
the bitches in my DMs know that don't sound like this in real life.
I do have a good amount of honorable mentions like you.
Okay.
I picked four favorite albums instead of the seven. I didn't.
Okay.
I was just doing my own thing. You know what I mean?
There's too much good music this year, man. Like I realized it.
I'm gonna go first. There's gonna be some that I don't think gonna you're gonna laugh at me.
I
Possibly.
would never laugh at you.
What is this? Are you serious?
I'm not gonna
Anyways.
Owen Adams your fucking choices.
No,
bro.
no. Okay.
You're never gonna Wolf Token.
First off, first honorable mention. These are in no order for the honorable mentions, all right?
Okay.
First one is funny because I never even listened to this.
That's not a good start. Listen, it's funny.
I never even listened to this artist, but when I started working at this place that I used to work at, we would always play this artist and this album that it almost started to catch on to me.
Yeah.
And that is, I don't even know how to say her name. Clario? You know what I'm talking about?
What's the name of the album?
Charm.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, but there are two songs that I really like, Sexy to Someone and Juna. She has a beautiful voice. I don't know if I'm saying those names right, but she's a beautiful artist, and it is such a coffee shop vibe that I just... It's by no means fucking Vultures, fucking, like, trap music,
Big ass
but
toaster.
it is some... It's really wholesome.
It's dark, freaky vultures.
It's dark, freaky Vultures vibe. But it was great. It was a good summertime bop for me. It was a bop.
Nice.
It was a bop. It was a bop. Yeah, I don't even know anything about her. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? I don't want to be the one that gets canceled on this podcast. It can't be me. Okay.
It would be.
It would definitely be me. Yeah, what are we doing? All right, next. We got SZA's Lana Deluxe of the SOS album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Listen, for her, I don't know why the fuck she only dropped music every 10 business years, but I think the Lana Deluxe, it was all right. It's not her best.
I don't know why
think
she
it's-
looked like a bug.
I don't know, but it is her weakest, I think, of all of her albums and deluxes. But I will say, Diamond Boy, 30 for 30 was okay with Kendrick until, I don't know, it kind of got overplayed. And Kendrick right now in this current moment for me is kind of just like goofy. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. It's hard for me to listen to Kendrick like without. I don't know.
That's what I struggled with because I had to put him at 2 because
Yeah.
But I'm not listening to that album now. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I think it's Kendrick and SZA's year. I think they're all doing great things. I'm excited for the halftime show. It's gonna be exciting to see. But next, you're not even gonna know who the fuck this is. Zach Bryan,
I don't know who Zach Bryan is, bro. I live on Earth.
You live on Earth. The Great American Bar Scene. That's a country album, but
Okay.
Listen, I know there's a lot of drama about him being an asshole to his girlfriend. I don't care, okay? He's the prize.
And he's chill with Kanye West, so it's cool. You know.
My favorite songs on there are 28 and Oak Island. Those songs were great for the summer. It honestly, it's like such an easy way to get into country without, going full hard, like, take me for a ride on my big green tractor. I think Zach Bryan has great, songwriting abilities. I think he's properly rated, and even Anthony Fantano likes him, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's where I get all my opinions from.
Anthony Fantano is the internet's busiest music nerd, right?
What's that meme where it's like the myth of enjoying music? I like this song. Well, I don't.
That's what I hate. Like, I think he's.
Aren't you forgetting somebody?
I think I think he's taught people how to hate music. You know what I mean? Like, you look at his streams when he does
he's taught people how to be annoying.
You look at these streams now where he previews music and they're immediately like L L L L L L just because it's like a country or R&B album or a woman. It's like, bro, you can't if something is decent, a song doesn't have to be great for you to listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be something that you bop your head to.
how do you? I don't understand how anybody could possibly have a well-rounded and honest opinion about a song that they've listened to once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's so many songs. Some of my favorite songs are songs that I didn't like the first time I heard them.
Yeah.
And then I listen to them again. I'm like, oh, I noticed something new about it. I listen to it again, and I understand what the song is trying to do more and more. But like him, he like sits on Twitch, listens to a song for like 30 seconds, like this shit's ass, and then skips it. And it's like, how do you enjoy? How do you have a? How can you call yourself an enjoyer of music when you don't even you barely consume it?
Yeah.
It's like smelling a donut and saying like this tastes bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
No, I agree. I think he also just
it's like the fast fashion of music.
he's so fast to discredit other artists that people actually really love and like regard and like
Oh yeah, he doesn't make the effort to like understand.
Bro, yeah, you don't have like the passion obviously, so who are you to like shit on people for liking this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Let's move on. Next honorable mention. It's gonna be Hardstone Psycho by Don Toliver.
Oh, okay. All right.
Best songs on there are Bandit
Yeah.
and
you were dogging on it when I was bumping that music.
I liked it. And New Drop. I got 2 girls in the cut and I don't know what to do. I fell in love.
No, I think Don Toliver
and Hearthstone National
I came to
Anthem as well.
Goon.
I came to Goon. Bada
The
boom.
biscuit loose. Peanut butter house.
Yeah.
I think he's really coming to his own. You know what I mean?
I think
fuck with him.
he's expanded past TikTok artist now, and I think it's okay that I can like his music now. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I think I'm allowed to like his. I think I'm allowed to like his music now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's on field trip. Did I go to field trip?
Whooping that bitch like a rental.
Hit it like a Porsche. Kanye is worse. Okay, next. This is, I think, the most influential album of this year.
Okay.
It's not my favorite, nor is it the best, but it's going to be "We Don't Trust You," Future of Metro Boomin.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is simply
that almost made my list, but when I thought about it, it's not something I revisit. You know what I mean? So
no, I put it simply here for the cultural fact that this sparked.
Oh, it's a big deal. It was a huge deal.
This sparked why this year was such a great year for music. Is that everybody kind of got off their ass.
It sparked like World War III.
Yeah, bro, it did. Like that, and like that is still a genuinely good song and a great verse from Kendrick.
Trying to get a hold of good deal.
Oh. But other standout songs on there. "We Don't Trust You." I also like what's the one with Rick Ross? Huh? "Everyday Hustle." Those are great songs. I think it's definitely.
Reverse So Fire. Rick Ross made a whole music video for it.
I don't give a fuck about the beef. We're past that. I think
Look
that's
at
just
that
kind
bitch.
of dumb.
I bet she gave your ass a bone.
But yeah, great album. I got two more honorable mentions. Ready? Or three more?
Ready.
Okay. I got Thames, "Born in the World." She's an Afrobeat, Afro singer. I'm gonna get hate for that being like, no, it's called, you're being disappropriate. It's Afro contemporary artist. Like, my fault. But
Okay.
she makes a lot of okay. She makes a lot of.
I don't like the use of the phrase Afro-American. You sound like a plantation owner.
Well, she sings over Afro beats. My favorite song is "Love Me JJ." That was my summer anthem. She makes feel good music like Tyla. I almost put Tyla's album on here, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't get myself to do it. She has a beautiful melodic voice. She's my queen. Love her to death. Next. Now we're getting into kind of your territory. I almost, you know what? Okay, actually, I'm gonna flip something around. My last honorable mention. Oh, Vultures Uno.
Was that on your list of favorites?
No, it's on my. It's always been on my.
I thought you meant you switched it from your favorites.
No,
that's crazy.
No.
That was there.
Vultures 1. Listen, this
Type
album
shit.
just
Type
this,
shit.
this album is already nostalgic to me. You know what I mean? It gives me good memories, good vibes. Like I think Ty
It's
Dolla
not that bad. You know what I
Ty
mean?
Ty did his thing. I think Ty has great verses and great hooks, especially on this album. I think the production is actually pretty good on most of the songs. Back to Me, Burn. Um, Obviously, we ain't gonna talk about Carnival, but Carnival is probably the best song on that album.
Listen,
Realistically, production wise,
it's a good song. Okay,
it's
listen,
one of the better Kanye verses. It's a good Ty Dolla Sign
do it.
feature. Yeah, do it. Yeah, why was I even thinking? Do It is the best song on that album.
Easily.
That song is actually almost a 10 for me. I think it might be a 10. There's nothing wrong with that song. Like
No, not nothing. I think
that song,
Kanye has a good verse. Ty
you
Dolla
don't
Sign
like
has a
it.
good
That's your
verse.
law. The only thing you could complain about is I can make a whole 100K Apple Payday. I just bought
That's
my
a bar.
bitch
You
a
know what I
bitch.
mean?
No, that's
Listen,
not.
look,
No, that
look
ain't.
at it. Like,
No, that's not.
listen,
No, that's
listen,
not, bro.
It's not any more goofy than something Kanye has said before. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Um,
that's the way I look at it.
Hood Rat is awful on there. I hate that. I hate Still the King. Um, what's
Hope
the
like the
what's
leader of the Vatican.
what's the opening track again?
Stars.
Stars is made us all feel
It's a
like we were
banger.
back.
It's a beautiful song.
It made us think we were all back in Donda era. So that kind
Pulling
of
up drop top Porsche.
this that glory. But I have one thing to say about Vultures is that we're gonna paint this city red as Ty Dye, and we're gonna ask Ty Dollar Sign.
Yeah, because he says that on it.
Yeah, he does. Anyways, now we're in my top 5.
All
I moved
right.
it to 5.
Bet.
Number 5. And it's funny because these are pretty much all the same as yours, but one
Really?
difference. Yes. 5. I lay down my life for you.
Really?
I
I thought I was alone in that.
really
I thought I was original.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think either on or off
Well,
the
because
drugs.
JPEG Mafia is not like it's not. I feel like it's not an artist you really listen to all that much. I haven't heard you talk about it ever.
Okay, but when I first listened to either on or off the drugs, bro, as soon as that fucking sample comes on in the beginning, bro, I was hooked.
Oh, it's fire.
It's
fire.
fire. It's so good.
It is, bro. Like it's
And
so good.
that song is one of my
Like it's a
favorites
type.
of the
It's
year.
a type of music you listen to, and you're like, how did some guy make this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll Be Right There is also one of my favorites on that album. But I just think
Like booty holes.
I think JPEG Mafia is one of those guys like Vince Staples and like Schoolboy Q are like finally like are morphing into like this maturity of like their music where I don't know, like you finally like you can't deny their talent, you know what I mean? Whereas I
Yeah.
feel like these people have been such on the back burner for so long. I think it's like great to see all of them
Well,
really
it's people who've migrated from the underground. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like I remember when JPEG Mafia and Schoolboy Q were underground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not anymore. The minute you get put on a damn Tyler the Creator album, you're not underground anymore.
I ain't heard of that. 4. Blue Lips. Favorite songs?
It's great, man.
Blue Sides, Tween 101. You
They got
already
snubbed at the Grammys, man.
touched on it. I mean, I'm not gonna go too much more into it. I think Schoolboy
It's
Q.
definitely like old head rap for sure.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
I
mean?
think-
but it's
Which, you know-
it's nostalgic to me.
I don't understand how it's not getting as much love as it should, especially when remember when Killer Mike's asked one last year. How are we not?
Which is crazy.
But then we're gonna talk about like, oh, this shit isn't like, no, we ain't fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
we
listen,
like,
can I,
bro, we
listen,
like Killer
Blue
Mike.
Lips is the better album.
We
Easily.
let
Like-
Killer Mike win a Grammy.
We let the Run the Jewels fucking guy win a Grammy. Are you fucking over Utopia? Are you serious?
I thought we were going to Utopia.
No, baby.
In my bedroom. In my bedroom.
Is my bedroom.
Anyways, now here's where something gets a little shaky with us.
Okay.
Number 3. Timeless by Catriona.
Okay. That's not my type of music, so I
It-
can't.
when I listen to this album,
Medic.
people are gonna laugh at me, but I enjoyed this album thoroughly. Okay, and it's my
Okay, yeah,
opinion.
stand on it. Stand
I
on
don't give a
business.
fuck about what you think. It's not introspective. I don't give a fuck, bro. He's making me shake my ass, and that's
It's
all
just
you
dance
want.
music.
Um,
He's making me shake my ass.
Witchy with
Listen,
Childish
this album is a
Gambino.
10 out of 10. It makes me pop my pussy. It's great.
Witchy with Childish Gambino is a great song. I think it's the best thing Childish Gambino came out with this year. So, besides, you know,
Besides an album that came out in 2020.
besides him breaking his calcaneus, you know, and skipping tour
That shit hurt my heart, bro.
and cutting out of Camp Flog Gnaw, and Snap My Finger with Pink Panthers, great song, love those two. I'm really into Kate Shinoda, the baddest bitch on the block, except it's a dude.
Unfortunately. Very disappointed. I was very disappointed I can't flog
it's
because I was expecting a bad bitch, and what I got was someone who looked like Anderson .Paak. I was thoroughly disappointed. He did take his shirt off though, and I got a little wet.
You know, he's a good-looking man. He looks like a broke
Yeah.
man's Weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right.
He looked like a broke man's Abel.
I was gonna say Bruno Mars, a little bit.
Oh no! Did you hear Bruno Mars' new song?
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
No.
No.
Don't talk about that.
All right, and now
My favorite song of the year, Juicy and Wet.
bro. That's his first. We'll get to that.
I don't really want to get to that. I think we
Okay,
should
fine.
put a pin in it.
It's his first ever flop.
It's genuinely terrible, and I don't understand why Sexy Red feels the need to dig her claws like spiders into everything I love. It really hurt my heart, and I want to move on. So let's go to the next album.
2. What do you think I put as number 2?
I don't know. I want to say GNX because I know what number 1 is.
It's GNX. Now
I know.
I had the same debate as you of what I should put 1 and 2. You know, it was a hard choice. But I think GNX's aura wore off a little bit on me. And now I just see the memes where it's like TV off and it's fucking Will Smith dancing to it. And it's like how motherfuckers think you're supposed to... How Kendrick fans want you to be when you hear the worst beat of all time.
Yeah, tell him Kendrick did it.
I think the funny thing about that album is there's some of the goofiest Kendrick songs I've ever heard on that album. But then some of the best, like Whacked Out My Murals is one of the greatest intros Kendrick has. I think Reincarnated is his best song ever. Obviously, I've already talked to that to an extent. I think just the idea of him talking to God and everything, bro. That song,
some, like amazing like bangers like Squabble Up, like
Squabble Up,
great songs.
You have, I don't even like Luther, but I understand, I don't know. It's overplayed, it's gotten annoying, but it's cool. It's cool. You got Hey Now. Hey Now, say now, I'm all about my yen.
My favorite one is Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. What they talk about, they're talking about done. What are they talking about? They're talking about. Dodger Blue.
Man, not sorry for your loss.
Dodger Blue is something that's caught on to me. I didn't like it.
You were hating on it. From day one,
listen,
I was like, that's one of the best songs in the album.
I'll be a man. It caught on. It's kind of catchy. You can't say you ain't LA if you ain't traveled past the 10. Yeah, great. And I really think it wasn't. It's crazy because this was an album that we didn't need. You know what I mean? Like
that we what?
We didn't need this album. You know what I mean?
No.
And
I'm glad we have it.
Yeah, of course, but it's not. I don't think it'll ever be regarded as one of his best. I think
one of his most successful, probably.
Yeah, I also just find it kind of like
this is the year that he needed to drop something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's at the top. Like he's the top, like easily one of the biggest rappers right now, at least in terms of like notoriety. Like it needed to happen this year.
Yeah.
He's doing the fucking Super Bowl. He had to.
I do think this album.
I'm glad that it exists.
I do think this album is a gateway to kind of, bring something to the future. I'm sure he's dropping another album. Like, why else would you do the Super Bowl? You know what I mean?
I don't know. They said the same shit about, like, remember when
Rihanna?
Damn Nation?
Oh. I mean...
When they thought Damn was coming out and then he was going to make another album called Nation?
Yeah.
It's like people have been saying that shit for like forever. Like it's
I just don't know
like
why you.
just be grateful that we have the music we have. You
I'm
know?
grateful, but I do think that
I'm not saying telling it to you. I'm just saying in general.
I do think he's open. Like it opens a door to for something else. I do think he also did the Super Bowl to be petty, which I think obviously you know what I mean. Lil Wayne being like, I don't like that. His freaky
Lil Wayne
ass.
saw that shit and went.
No, number one.
Freaky Super Bowl.
Number one is Call Me If You Get Lost.
That was a Homer Simpson ass belch, bro. It just sounded like a cartoon.
Anyways,
I was so disappointed in what you just said, like, because it wasn't funny, and then you hit me with the Homer Simpson belch, and it put a real cherry on top.
uh, um, Chromacopia was a great album. I went to the listening party, and it was kind of sad because everyone who got those tickets were not really into it. You could tell that someone's boyfriend just bought 50 tickets, gave it to everyone he knew. And it's kind of disappointing because, I was standing up and like vibing with the music. Like, obviously, it's like my favorite artist. But all of these dudes were sitting down looking at their phones and shit. And while this dude's like, you can't just like take it. I understand people taking the music differently. But bro, are you really gonna sit there and just fucking be on your phone and shit? Like, it really made me disappointed. And I think the album's great. I think it is his most, open record about himself. And I think it's really funny because of how everybody in the beginning was talking about, oh, he's Chroma the Conductor. He's here to take over the rap game and show everybody the true colors of the rap game.
I mean that.
And bro, that shit did not mean nothing, bro. That was not any. What are y'all talking about, bro?
He probably was like, "Oh, I thought it sounded cool, Jasper."
Yeah. Jasper, the Order Squad. I do think it's definitely different. It's hard to. I remember the day that I went to the listening party. I was trying to put it in a box and be like, "Oh, it sounds like Cherry Bomb. Oh, it also sounds like a little bit of Igor." Because you
can't like
can't do
categorize that music like that,
and you can't do that, especially for him because every album is so different and so has such a different focal point. And I think, listen, like you said, there are misses on that album, whereas I don't think Igor has a miss. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think Call Me If You Get Lost doesn't have a miss. Listen, there may be songs that aren't as strong as the other ones, but I don't think there's songs that I will turn off. And listen, Chromacopia has one or two, and that's Balloon, bro. I fucking hate Balloon, bro.
Balloon like is really weird to me because how do you pronounce your name? Doechii?
Doechii, yeah.
Doechii. My girl's a fucking liar. I said Doechii. She's like, it's Doechii, idiot.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Whoever.
It might be Doechii.
Who is a very talented rapper. She's an amazing rapper. Like I watched her like Tiny Desk concert. It was amazing. And you put her on the worst beat I've ever heard in my whole life. It's a massacre. It's criminal. Like imagine if instead of Sexy Red on Sticky, you put her on Sticky. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But it's criminal. Like it's like having like the most beautiful steak, like beautiful like a sauce, like it's seared to perfection, and you put it on like a Zoo Pals plate. You know what I mean? Like,
bro,
I don't know. It's weird.
The ending of that song is so beautiful too, with fucking Daniel Caesar with the "Don't Stop," but it's just the fucking the dun 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 dun. And I understand, like,
it's a weird sample.
I understand why he put it between Like Him and I Hope You Find Your Way Home. I know it was a troll song, but like, bro, why'd you have to?
I don't know if it's a troll song. I think it's.
Why else would that be there, bro? It's so unserious compared to the two songs. Like,
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be like happy. It's supposed to like bring you from like a low place to like a high place. But it's just an annoying beat to me.
Yeah,
it's dumb. It's dumb.
But my favorite songs on the album Take Your Mask Off. I think that's my favorite song on that album. I think it's just him like being so raw and like honest about himself and about who he really is and the challenges that he faces as an artist, and not him not even feeling he's good enough to do these things, you know what I mean? That he's almost like a
Yeah.
fake or a phony in the game.
Yeah.
And I think you don't really hear rappers talk about themselves that much. It kind of reminded me of 444, where Jay-Z kind of owns up to all these, things that
Oh
he's
yeah,
done
you think
wrong.
Jay-Z did all that?
Bro, no, bro. He apologized, bro. You said something so funny about
apologize.
you said something so funny about Jay-Z where you're like, nah, he
Did
ain't
I?
do it because of this. I forgot what you said.
Oh, I'm sure it was really insightful.
But like him, great song. I think that's probably the best song of the album, let's be honest. Thought I Was Dead is one of my favorites also. And even listen, Ra-ta-ta-ta, it's just a vibe everyone can chill to. Or get hyped
I
to.
think I Killed You is really underrated.
Yeah. Just the idea too. I think the concept, Hey Jane, the concept, and I listen. That one's kind of slow for me, but it's cool.
It's cool.
So
Yeah, good
that
picks. Real good. A lot of good music this year, man.
yeah, man.
And my favorite movie of the year is Toy Story 2.
What is your favorite movie of the year?
I had. Oh well, let me ask Take 100. They know. Spaceman, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and In a Violent Nature were my picks. Spaceman was the one that really surprised me. I was really floored by that movie, and
Is that the? I have
that's
not
the
seen
one
that.
with Adam
Robert Pattinson.
Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler. Okay.
In space with the big spider.
Yeah.
And I think I was floored by how like mad the response was. Like nobody really fucked with it like I did. Where I thought the film was beautiful. Like I thought
That was a Netflix movie, correct?
I thought like Adam Sandler's performance was incredible. I thought whoever the guy who played Paul Dano, he like voiced the spider. His performance was incredible. I thought the story was like so beautifully told. It was such like an amazing like story of like male loneliness and like isolation and how self-destructive people can push away the people that love them, and this story of just like self-reflection and realization of like how big of a piece of shit you can be, you know what I mean, without even
Mm-hmm.
realizing it. Just an amazing film. Obviously Nosferatu blew me away. Visually is incredible. The performances were all around the board incredible. Score incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I think perfect movie. I wouldn't change a thing. Dune Part 2, an explosive conclusion to
Explosive
Dune.
diarrhea.
As someone who read, the movie doesn't have explosive diarrhea, so I don't like it. But as someone who is a fan of Dune and has read the book since I was a kid, it was amazing to see it treated with such care and with such craftsmanship. Amazing performances. What else did I say? Spaceman, Dune, Nosferatu. Oh, In a Violent Nature, a film that I liked, but then on rewatch I really loved. I thought that it was beautifully made. I thought that the idea behind it was super interesting, something I'd never seen done before. Um, Very well done. Uh, Another runner-up was The Apprentice, which I also really loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it technically did come out last year, but The Brutalist. But we saw it this 2025, so I
Yeah.
didn't put it on there. What were your top movies, man?
I think, listen, I know you just said, yeah, we did watch it in 2025, but I do think The Brutalist technically is my favorite movie of 2024. I think,
Yeah,
I don't know. I just,
it's an amazing movie. It's amazing.
I was telling you how I feel like it's going to be one of those movies that we look back on and it's going to define the decade. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. And there's people, listen, you're going to be like, who's hating on it? But there are people out there who are hating on it.
I think purely because of how long it is. It's like a commitment. You know what I mean?
But the fact that I am so engaged for those 4 hours for, listen, a plot that isn't that, like, that intriguing.
Complex.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
complex. But the cinematography is beautiful.
The
How
score. The
the
score is
score is so
incredible,
good.
man.
Even the opening credits was just like
Oh, it blew me away.
amazing.
Like the
Yeah,
scrolling.
the scrolling to
Like,
the
dude,
left to the
the
right.
moment
Yeah.
it went from like the upside down Statue of Liberty
Uh-huh. That
and
was
then the opening
sick.
credits. The moment that the bus with the opening credits, I was like, oh man, like this is gonna be amazing. Like
But
I knew
yeah,
from the start.
I think
And
Adrian
Adrian
Brody's
Brody's
his
performance, man.
if he doesn't win a fucking Oscar, like
He did. I think he won a Golden Globe, didn't he?
he won a Golden Globe, but he was nominated for Best Actor, Best Male Actor or actor obviously for 2024, whatever the fuck, however the fuck they do it, it's so retarded.
Yeah.
But if he fucking loses, bro, like that was just the idea of how like an artist's like work engulfs them and almost doesn't it represents something different. And we had a great conversation about how kind of like brutalism is just it's so like simple. And I forgot I was trying to you said some good things this while we're on break. Good, thank you. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
when we don't do the podcast, my brain cells like grow back.
there's something you said that was so good like about
Is it
like
about how the idea of like how it makes rich people feel smart
yes, yeah.
when in reality it's far
How
simpler than
yes, how
it
this
is? Yeah.
how this dude brutalism is such a like simplistic design that it almost makes these rich people feel smart
Yeah.
because they surround themselves by this innovation when these things are so simple. And
Well, yeah, the whole core idea is like this idea of like capitalism rapes the artist. I mean, we see it happen in the movie
yeah,
literally. Like it literally happens. And this idea of like how the rich and powerful can like take these people with extraordinary gifts and send them down these really dark paths.
I was thinking also about how how it really commentates on power and legacy and how at the end of the movie he's kind of painted as a shitty guy this entire time, but at the end of
Yeah.
the movie he's kind of honored for
Yeah.
the awful shit that occurred during the
Yeah, which
building of
like
this
for me
shrine
it's like
almost.
on first viewing like that ending I really didn't like it because
Uh-huh.
like for such a gut punch of a movie where like it's so like dire. I was expecting a bit more of a hard hitting ending,
Yeah.
but when like you said, when I understood what it was trying to do, well, first of all, I like how we just started spoiling this entire fucking movie just right off the bat. I'm so sorry for anybody who really wanted to see this film.
He gets groped.
He gets anally fisted in the middle of the movie, but where like you said, it's this idea of like you know, history is essentially written by people, you know,
Mhm.
and this man who's now honored for these amazing lifetime achievements within art. I mean, we just spent 4 hours like watching him just,
Dissecting why he's an asshole.
yeah, dissecting why he's like a self-destructive, horrible human being.
Yeah.
But by the end, he's like, they're like praising him and like nothing but kind words.
I
Um,
do go ahead.
and when I realized that, I was like, ooh, dude, this is genius. Like, it really is genius.
I do love how the rich dude what was his name, Van Buren or something, how he kills himself inside of the building, almost as if this thing is kind of
Did
taking
he?
us.
Did he actually?
Isn't that the assumption? They didn't show him, but remember he runs
I'm not
out
sure.
once his wife. Spoiler: once his wife says that Van Buren raped her husband, he runs off.
Yeah.
Remember, and they're looking in the
But you
shrine.
never see what happens.
But I'm assuming the assumption is that he kills himself in
Maybe.
in there, and I don't know. I always took it as like kind of like it engulfs him to that point where it's like almost a sacrificial. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I
Um,
didn't think about it like that. Interesting.
our dumbasses also looked it up and tried to see if this was real.
Bro, like halfway through the movie, well, first of all,
Is
it's
this
the
a
first
real
movie I've ever
story?
seen that have a. Well, I didn't know. I thought it was based
No,
on.
me too,
well,
bro, yeah.
Listen, because it's the kind of film that you're watching. You're like, this feels like a biopic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I even told you, I'm like, I think Van Buren's a real person. They have a street named after him.
and no, and my dumbass was like, I feel like I would have heard about this building.
I need to talk to these buildings more. But, bro,
But
that
actually, I think that's actually kind of incredible that the film like got us to think like that. Think like, is this real?
yeah,
Is
bro, because
Fazbear's real?
it's such like a plot you could see happen because it's such a realistic idea of like
Yeah. Like I feel like I've heard about shit like this that's happened. You know. I
wow.
mean, there's a place here like that. Remember that like where they tried to build that utopia in the middle of the
Yeah,
desert,
yeah, yeah.
and now it's just
It
like
just fucking
nothing.
failed. Yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like I felt like stuff like that's happened.
How
know?
do you feel about the AI in the movie?
Okay, that's rough. That hurt my heart when I found it out. I don't think it necessarily detracts from the film. I still think the film is like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't know. Like here, I'm like I'm like half and half on it. Where like obviously like in terms of AI in film, I'm like totally opposed to it, right? But in this case, because as far as I know, it was used to clean up some of like the accents when they were speaking. I don't remember what
It was
other
Adrian
language it
Brody's
was.
voice, I guess, supposedly to make him sound more Hungarian. Idiots, idiots! It's
Yeah,
a Germanic voice.
which like it doesn't necessarily. It's not replacing anything. You know, that's my thing. Where you didn't necessarily replace something a human being did. So, but also like by principle, I'm against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think
I
I
don't
think
know. But for me, but then part of me was like, man, could you just like not say it? Like not say anything?
yeah. Supposedly, they also used AI for the brutalist constructions of like the photos and all
Oh,
that.
at the end, that's yeah, I saw about
I
that.
do think that was a little like, what the
Like
hell?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
could have made some
that's
with
the point of the
Photoshop.
movie, bro. The movie's brutalism, bro. Like
Yeah,
you slap the name on a fucking cover, like at least fucking come up with some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what pissed me off. Like I understand the voice tuning, like you do that in music, but
yeah. Like and that's my thing. Where it's like, yeah, by principle, I'm against it. I think it's shitty, but like, it doesn't necessarily detract from the film. To
yeah,
me, I still think it's an achievement in film. But
yeah.
no, I do think it's I am by principle I'm against it.
You know though, a close second to that movie, Piece by Piece by Pharrell.
I never saw it.
I didn't see it either. I was
Oh, I
yeah.
mean, I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
I don't know. It wasn't worth. It
I don't
wasn't,
know.
bro. It's not worth $12 to go see that shit. Can I be
I
honest?
think I think Hit Pig was my favorite movie.
Hell yeah. And the Bad Taste Better. There was a double premiere that night.
Thunderous applause for The Bad Taste Better.
100%.
When's the next one?
What's the next big project?
Man, I'm focused on this one. Get rejected from film festivals, bro.
Rest in peace. But
All right.
yeah,
You got anything else? Or you want to wrap it up?
I don't got anything.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.